Louis DiSanto worked at Como Zoo for over 20 years before retiring in 2005. He was also a reporter-photographer for the Weekly Sun newspaper. Special interests include photography, classical music, black and white movies, writing children's stories, and watching Jeopardy! And the Three Stooges. Whenever I see Jeopardy! I always want to do the exclamation point, Jeopardy! Sorry. And watching Jeopardy! And the Three Stooges. Louis is especially honored to be one of the winners of the 2011 St. Paul Sidewalk Poetry Contest. Please welcome Louis DiSanto.
Thanks for the step.
Yeah, looks good.
Thank you very much, David. It's nice to be back at Cahoots. I've read here twice before, and I really love the atmosphere in this place. And I think this is the kind of place that could have inspired Giacomo Puccini to write his famous opera La Bohème. You all look very artistic. I first want to give a special welcome to one of my close friends, Mike Schultz. We played a lot of hockey together, and he's been a very supportive of the Almanac and Carol Conley's readings at the University Club. So thanks, Mike, and thank you all for coming. Whenever I get together with my childhood friends, we like to reminisce about the great times we had in downtown St. Paul and how much we miss the banana splits at Bridgman's and double features at the Lyceum, where people claim to have seen bats flying around. I can still picture us strutting down St. Peter and Wabasha streets in our grungy tennis shoes and iron-on patches covering the holes in our jeans. We must have looked like quite the motley crew, but we felt like kings. This is one of my favorite memories of those happy days, the lady with silver teeth. We're going downtown. Those were magical words when I was growing up in the 1950s. From the glitzy movie theaters and the huge Indian God of Peace statue in the courthouse, to the First National Bank, which I pretended was the Empire State Building after seeing a picture of that famous New York landmark, I loved being part of the pulse and grandeur of our capital city. I didn't even mind when my mom dragged me through the lingerie departments at the Golden Rule and Donaldson's. But the one downtown experience I'll never forget was my first visit to Wood's Chocolate Shop at 4 West 5th Street, where my grandma, Bessie DiSanto, we called her Nana, worked as a candy maker. It was a fascinating place to a 7-year-old boy. Machines mixing gooey concoctions, ladies in hairnets and chocolate-stained aprons, busily plying their trade, and more candy than I'd ever seen in my life. As Nana showed me around, I remember her co-workers making a big fuss, patting my head with sticky hands, and offering so many delicious treats I couldn't stuff them in my mouth fast enough. I was the happiest kid in the world until I encountered Annie, a stern-looking woman with thick glasses and a pointy nose and smelling of vanilla extract. She bent down and looked me in the eye. "This is what happens when you eat too much candy," Annie cackled, and flashed a maniacal grin that revealed a mouthful of silver-capped teeth. I recoiled in terror as if Annie was a wicked witch about to eat me. This chocolate wonderland had suddenly become a little shop of horrors, and I ran out the door, begging my folks to take me home. For days I was haunted by visions of Annie and her hideous silver teeth, and vowed I'd never go back to Woods again. It was my beloved Nana, the kindest, most gentle person I've ever known, who finally sat me on her lap and assured me Annie was really a very nice lady and wanted to apologize for what happened. So 1 week later, with considerable trepidation, I went back to Woods with my mom. But any fears I had vanished when Annie greeted me with a big hug. I didn't mean to frighten you, but I don't want you to ruin your teeth like I did. So promise me you'll go easy on the sweets and always brush twice a day. I promised. And when Annie smiled, her silver teeth didn't look hideous anymore. In fact, they were quite becoming. And then with a wink, she gave me just one piece of candy. I had many happy visits to Wood's chocolate shop after that, and would boast to my friends that I knew a lady with silver teeth. I still think of Annie when I see a box of fancy candy, and I've managed to keep one of the promises I made to her. I brush twice a day. Now, I would like to end with a line from one of my favorite movies. There are 8 million stories in the naked city. This has been one of them. Oh, and I do have a special treat for everybody after the readings. Chocolate, of course. But please, just take one. And for God's sakes, brush your teeth. Annie is watching. Thank you.